Okay. Alright guys, so today we're going to do another tier list because I'm addicted kinda. This one's going to be on empires. Now, I'm not good with flags entirely. I think I can say I know more than 70% of these, but like this one I have no clue. So for the ones I have no clue, I am going to avoid ranking them as I feel that's unfair and I kinda don't want to try and find them. I feel like that would take too much work, and then to understand an empire as well as I kind of want to rank these properly, I'm not going to. I feel like that'd be a little unfair. Okay, we've got multiple German flags, so this is going to be a little confusing. Alright, we're going to start off with Austria-Hungary. So, I'm going to put them at C tier. You know, they're not awful. They ruled over a diverse ethnic group of people. The Baltic region, no, Balkan regions. Yes, Balkan regions, Slavic peoples. Austria, Hungary, Romania, parts of Romania. They covered it all. They had a lot. So I think to last as long as they did with what they ruled, I'd say that's a C tier. Now, German. Okay, this looks Brazilian. I think this is the Brazilian flag. Brazilian Empire. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know fucking shit about Brazilian Empire. I just recognize it, and I know that they were an empire at one point. But they didn't really do much aside from that, from my understanding. I don't think they've really had too long of a lasting impact on the wider world. Perhaps on South America they have, but on the wider world, no. While Austria-Hungary has certainly had a wider impact on the wider world. This flag, I don't know. Now this is the Eastern Roman Empire flag, or as now known as the Byzantine Empire. For lasting as long as they did, I'm gonna bump them to B tier. Yeah, I think, no. They lasted a really long time despite the odds. I'm gonna put them there. Now we've got the Dutch. The Dutch I'm also going to put at A tier. They are so tiny. They have the French and the Holy Roman Empire as their neighbors, as well as the British across the English Channel. I think they deserve an A tier for being as influential as they were in their time period, the 1600s, and for getting super wealthy, and then also causing a tulip bubble. Now, I believe this is Napoleonic France. Or is this just French Empire? I am going to assume Napoleonic France. If so, I'm going to put them at B tier for doing what they did. Now this, I am going to assume, that's all I'm going to leave for the French Empire. This is the German Empire after the unification of 1870, and then up until the dissolution of the German Empire after World War I. For how quickly the German Empire was able to become a world power, I'm going to put them at A tier. Now this is the Holy Roman Empire. They were useless, man. They were stupid. But I think they can go to C tier. They weren't necessarily a bad thing. They had a unique ruling system. But I mean, they're not just they're okay. They weren't cohesive. They weren't really unified. It's kind of a mess of tiny nations and peoples. The Italian Empire. Sorry, man, you failed. You failed at like everything you wanted to do. You couldn't relive the glory days of Rome. So we're gonna put you down at F tier. Japan, Japanese Empire. For being a country with little to no resources, natural resources, fighting as many people as they did, and fighting as hard as they did, I'm gonna put them above the Brazilian Empire / Portuguese Empire, whichever one it is. Put them right there at D tier, at top of D tier. I think they're fine at that rank. Now, what is this? I don't know that flag. Is that another Italian Empire? I don't know. Now this right here, this is the Mongol Empire. I know that for a fact. So Mongols, they're going to go up to A tier. They kind of fell apart pretty quickly after their conquests. So I say they can go to A tier because of just how much they were able to conquer. They were able to conquer China. They conquered Russia and a lot of the Middle East. So I think they deserve solid top of A. I'm not going to put them at S tier because despite their long-lasting impacts on the world, they themselves as an empire did not last too long. They fell apart. Nazi Germany, you're going right there. I don't think I need to say more. Now the Ottoman Empire. They lasted a long time and they brought about the fall of Eastern Rome. I think I'm going to put them at B tier. I think they deserve B tier. I don't think they deserve A tier because they kind of fell hard. They became that sick man of Europe, as the saying goes. So I think they deserve top of B tier for their long-lasting impacts. But actually, no. I'm gonna change this up. They're going A tier. I'm bumping Germany. I'm bumping the Dutch down to B. I think that's a better fit. Now the Persian Empire. This depends on which Persian Empire we are talking about, because there have been a lot. I do not believe that this is the Achaemenid Empire. This is not the Achaemenid Empire. This is possibly the Safavid Empire. If so, I'm honestly going to drop them at the bottom of C tier. If it was the Achaemenid Empire, they'd be S tier. Easy S tier for the Achaemenids. But since it looks like a more modern Persian Empire, I'm going to put them at C. Now we've got the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. They got their ass handed to them by Sweden. They're going down here. They're going D tier. I'm sorry. They didn't do fucking shit. I'm sorry. I don't know like anything about them. They didn't really have too many long-lasting impacts on the greater world that is widely known. So I'm gonna put them at D tier. They got defeated by a tiny country that only had probably 3 million men total. 3 million people total at the time of losing to them. That'd be Sweden. Now the Portuguese Empire. Okay, so that is, where is it? Where'd it go? That is the Brazilian Empire. Okay, Portuguese Empire. I think I'm also gonna put them at the top. I'm gonna put them at the bottom of C tier for starting colonialism. However you view it, negative or positive, I think even if it's a negative viewpoint, you have to acknowledge the impact that them really going out and exploring the world and colonizing other peoples is massively impactful. And actually, I'm gonna bump them up. No, I'm gonna keep them at B tier because they themselves weren't necessarily a powerful empire. They really only had Brazil and then trading outposts all along Africa and into India and such. So as a military power, they were pretty non-existent. But I'm gonna give it to them for being super influential and have them at the top of B tier because of that. Now this is the Ming Empire. I'm gonna put the Ming right here in C tier because they were a decent empire, but I don't think they were the top tier of Chinese empires. So I'm gonna put them there at C. Rome has to go to S tier because of the impact that it made on history. This might be Eurocentric, but I don't think it truly is, because the things that Rome did to the world and the world that it lived in, so i.e. the European world, it allowed the foundation for there to be like the Middle Ages, kingdoms and such, because of their code of law, their imperial structuring and such. And thus they also created the Eastern Roman Empire, and the attempt at Holy Roman Empire influenced Mussolini because Mussolini wanted Roman ambitions and such. So I think Roman Empire deserves S tier. Now we have Spain. Spain, I'm gonna put at bottom of A tier because they were so influential in the wider world, because of their conquests of Latin America. I think they deserve A tier at least because of that. Their mining of silver. Yeah, I think A tier is a good spot to keep them. All right, next and finally on the list, Swedish Empire. Now I'm gonna put Sweden definitely above the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. They were able to successfully fight off Russia for the most part, but they got greedy and decided to push too far into Russia, and that caused them to lose. Now because of that, kind of makes me want to put them up there with Napoleonic France, if that is Napoleonic France, or if that's just like French Empire. But because of their L, and pretty much after their loss against Russia, they pretty much crumbled and were no longer as powerful as they once were. I'm gonna put them at top of C tier. I'm gonna put them below the Ming because they were very influential in the region that they existed, but to the wider world, I don't think they were all too influential. I think that's where they belong. I think this is a pretty good list. Possibly too many A tiers, and I think if you were to look at it in certain ways, you could probably bump these three right here down to B tier, and possibly these two down to C tier. But I think Nazi Germany and Benito Mussolini's Italy, I think they deserve F tier. Yeah, I think that's good for the list. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thank you.